Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm out here on my deck enjoying this beautiful, beautiful spring. Feels like summer weather, and I hope you are enjoying yourself wherever you are. So today I'm going to talk to you about something that I've discovered through my health coaching certification training, and it's just really a no-brainer, and I wanted to share it with you because I think you will really love it. It's called the 20-minute meal. And all you need for this little activity is a timer and a notebook. So let me explain a little bit about the 20-minute meal. So often we equate, if we're watching what we eat, so often we'll use the word diet. And I actually can't stand that word unless it's used in maybe a sentence that says, you know what, my diet is filled with clean eating food. But when I use the word, or when I hear people use the word, I'm on a diet, or I have to go on a diet, I can't stand that word because I feel, and maybe you are the same way, and if you feel the same way, let me know, but I equate the word diet sometimes with deprivation. I'm taking something away. I can't have something. And I give a negative connotation to it. And if you're like me, it turns me off. So when I heard about this 20-minute meal, it was such an aha moment and made me so excited because it's so easy to do. So many times we focus on food as our enemy. Something, I can't have that. I have to stay away from that. That's bad for me, and so on. And we really think of food as our enemy. So I'm all about thinking of food as your friend and changing the behavior around your eating, not so much what you're ingesting, but the behavior around it, so that you can stop thinking of food as your enemy, start thinking of food as your friend, and enjoy it. So back to the 20-minute meal. Super, super easy. All you need is a timer or a clock and pen and paper or the Notes app on your phone. Secondly, you can eat anything you want during your 20-minute meal. Now, I have to give it a little caveat. If your doctor says you can't have something because you are diabetic or you're allergic to peanuts or allergic to something, then don't eat that food. But in general, you can have whatever you want. So here's what you do. You set the timer when you sit down. When you sit down at a meal, set your timer. Write the time down and then begin eating. When you're done, look at the clock and write the time down. This is your baseline. Now you know how long it typically takes for you to eat a meal. If you're like me, you gobble your food down. I used to eat slow. Then I had kids and we were always rushing somewhere, and I became this fast eater. I have a son who is extremely slow, and I love it. I always compliment him. Great job for eating so slow. So anyway, write the time down, begin eating, and then write the time again. And now you've created a baseline of how long it typically takes you to finish a meal. Here's what I want you to do next. Your next meal, I want you to add 5 minutes onto that baseline time. So if you took 3 minutes to eat your last meal, I want you to add 5 minutes on, and now you have to eat for at least 8 minutes. If you took 5 minutes, I want you to add 5 minutes on, and now you have to eat for 10 minutes. Here's what happens when we gobble our food down, or we eat without even realizing what we're doing. We either get up from the table and we feel like we have a brick in our belly, or we feel like we have to unzip our pants or unbutton our pants. And we don't know when we're full. If we eat so fast, sometimes we're done and we think we're still hungry and we want to eat more. That's because our stomach hasn't caught up with our fork. So I want you to add 5 minutes on, write the time down, and then the next time I want you to add 5 more minutes on to the last time, and keep doing that at least for a week. Do it for a week to test yourself so you get a baseline, how long it typically takes you, and you challenge yourself to add 5 minutes. If you keep doing this, I promise you will feel a change in your digestion. You're going to notice a change in your energy. And I believe, more than anything, you will feel satisfied because you will be able to enjoy your meal bite by bite instead of gobbling it down. This 20-minute meal will honestly turn the stress off and turn digestion on so that you can start having a relationship with your food as a friend and not an enemy. And here's what the 20-minute meal does as well. It's like a game. It makes eating fun. It makes eating enjoyable. So some people like to eat, have a meal of hot food and cold food. If that's the case, eat your hot food first when you're timing yourself. But the challenge that I have for you today is to time yourself each time for a week. Continue to add 5 minutes onto your time and notice what your belly feels like when you're done. Notice what your energy is like in the next few hours after eating. Notice if you have a feeling of satisfaction instead of deprivation or guilt. I shouldn't have eaten that. Or, oh, why did I do that? Oh, I'm such a loser. Now I can't eat this, and I can never eat that again. So it's all a behavior. So let me know your results from this little activity, and I hope you enjoy the 20-minute meal. Please share it with somebody else because I just think it's such a great, easy peasy activity to do. And you can do it anywhere. You can do it at a restaurant and nobody will know that you're doing it because put your fork down and start talking. Talk to people. So there you go, guys. Have a great Friday and enjoy your next 20-minute meal.